right. Looks like we're live here. And welcome to Yoga for Musicians. For all y'all out there who are listening and watching, it's a pleasure to be here with you on this inaugural webcast. This is my first webcast that I am doing, so we're gonna give it a whirl. I'm just learning how to use Google Plus and this cool program. So that's what's up. So I'm a musician. I've played bass my whole life, and I also play drums and some other instruments. So yeah, I've been on tour a bunch, touring all over the world with a band called Igloo and Hartley in a van. 7 days a week, playing 6 shows a night in cold weather. So I really know what it's like to, have your body be really contracted and you're playing hard and your wrists hurt and your fingers hurt and your back hurts from sitting in the van and you're getting no exercise and eating crappy food and stuff like that. So really takes a toll, and so I'm blessed to have yoga in my life because it makes such a big difference for a number of reasons. So I'm going to give some of the things that I know that work for me. So we'll start with some simple ones. A lot of tension gets stored in your wrists and your hands, especially if you're a guitar player, a bass player, or even a drummer. So this is a very, very simple one to help your wrist. Okay, so you're gonna start like this, right? So make your hands like a cat, and then you're gonna drop them down like this, and then you're gonna go back up like this, and then take them down. You should feel it in your wrist. It feels super good. So take it nice and slow. You have a tendency to just push things really hard, and actually in taking care of your body and taking care of your wrists, your fingers, you're already pushing them really hard in a live performance. So you really have to be gentle. You can't force healing. You cannot force healing, so you have to take it super slow. So one of the things that I like to do is to set a timer so that I know that I can afford 10 minutes doing this, and then I can let go of time, and then I can go super, super slow, right? If you want, one of the things you can do to encourage yourself going super slow is to link breath to motion. So you can inhale, come up, exhale, drop it down, exhaling through the mouth, inhaling through the nose, inhale, exhale, drop it down. Like I said, be gentle. You can even touch your palm with your fingers like this, but take it all the way back. That feels super good. Inhale, come up, exhale, drop it down. You can go back even further. And then you can do wrist circles. So keep your arms straight in front of you, and then so your circles are the only thing that moves. Wrists are the only thing that moves. This is a great thing to do before you play. You can warm things up. Like I said, nice and slow. Set a timer, you got 10 minutes, so you can take your time. You don't have to be in a rush. You can fan out your fingers like this too. This is a good one. Make sure you're engaging your thumb. Go reverse direction. Reverse wrist circles. And then remember to breathe, remember to breathe. Breathing is super good for you. A good friend of mine, Austin Beatty, he said he plays drums, and his teacher told him to play drums like you're a trumpet player or a horn player. They're breathing. They're doing long, slow breaths. So what that does, your breath is connected to the heart rate. So if you're just playing super fast, your heart rate can speed up, and then you can become a little bit frazzled in your head and really lose touch with the idiosyncrasies of the song, with listening to other people, vibing with other people. So the breath is such a huge component and a huge tool that you have for for keeping awareness, for keeping calm, and for staying present in your performance. So one of the things that I like to do as well is this sort of easy breath exercise. If you ever get, well, it's just a great thing to do. I like to do it in the middle of the day before I take my lunch. I find that a lot of times we're rushing around in the course of our day, and then we're rushing around and we eat our lunch without paying attention, and just kind of wolf it down. And so this is a great way to slow your roll before you eat lunch. Like I said, the breath affects everything. So slowing your breath is going to affect your entire state of being. So here's the exercise. So sit up tall in a chair. Sit up tall. Put your palms on your thighs. You're going to inhale through your nose. So nice deep inhale. Fill the lungs completely. Hold it at the top for 3, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 1, 1,000. Exhale through the mouth. Empty the lungs completely. Hold it at the bottom. 3, 1,000, 1,000, 1, 1,000. Inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Exhale completely. You can close your eyes and relax too. So inhale deeply. Nice hold at the top. Start with 3, 1,000, and then eventually you start to know your body a little bit more, and you can forget about counting. Excuse me. Start to listen to when your body needs a breath. So you'll find that you start to find these little gaps in thoughts doing this. So your thoughts will slow down. You can really get clear and just watch them sort of float in front of your face. Be the observer, watching the river of thoughts go by. They probably won't stop, but you get to take an observation perspective, which is really good for a number of reasons. So the breath becomes, in yoga, they call it dharana. It's single pointed meditation. So people a lot of times have it like, man, I can't meditate. I can't clear my mind. Yeah, it's really hard to just clear your mind. It's basically impossible just off the get-go, unless you're a master in practicing meditation for years. But yeah, so many people that I talk to say, I close my eyes, I try to meditate, and it just gets louder and louder and louder. So that's true. So what you want to do is find something to totally focus on. So your breath is going to become the meditation. So if you focus deeply on your inhale, hold it at the top. Exhale completely through the mouth. Inhale. You'll find that thoughts start to slow. So that's a good practice. So you can do that really any point in time throughout the day, and also before a show. So that's going to lead into another breathing exercise, which is going the completely opposite direction. So this is a calming sort of a breath work, pranayama as we call it, breath of life. So this next one is called the ego eradicator. So here's what you do. You set a timer for a minute, and you're going to go ham, as Jay-Z and Kanye say it, hardism. Hardism. Okay, so I'm going to set a timer here for 1 minute. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your arms above your head at a 60-degree angle, so like this, right? Fingers are clutched or clenched into your hand, thumbs are pointing out, and you are going to, it's belly breath. So imagine that your belly is like a pump, right? So you're going to breathe through the nose. The focus is on the exhale, okay? So you can stand and do this, or you can sit and do this. If you're sitting and doing this, while you're doing the practice, what you want to do is close your eyes, and then you want to, so close your eyes, point them at the center, like between the brow, and then shoot them up towards the pituitary gland, master gland that regulates all the other. So this is stimulating the master gland. And then another thing you can do is past the master gland, you can go focus back towards the top of your head. And imagine that there's a beam of light shooting out between your hands, blasting through your ego, okay? So why do we want to blast through our ego? We want to get rid of all those thoughts, those insecurities, or even those grandiose thoughts that are going to stop us from being present in a performance. So our job as musicians is to communicate something to vibrations, something real, right? So you got to get the crap out of the way, the neurotic stuff out of the way, so that you can be present to it. Awesome. So here's what we do. So we're gonna lift. I'm gonna set a timer. That way you can't wuss out. And watch all the thoughts that pop up in the minute. You're gonna want to stop. You're gonna want to quit. You're gonna feel like you're not doing it right. You're gonna worry about the show. You're gonna worry about that first song. All that crap, you just gotta blast through it. Say, give it the finger. Okay, so tell it to go after itself. It doesn't serve you, doesn't serve the audience. So really, just blast through it. Give it the fingers. Okay, so here I'm going to demonstrate. You can practice along if you want. So keep up with me. Once again, the gaze is focused inward, upward of the pituitary gland, and then there's a beam of light shooting at the top of your head. Arms are 60 degrees, fingers into the palms, thumbs point up. Here we go. 1 minute. So you want to find a pace that you can sustain for 1 minute. Seconds. Inward and upward. Beam of light out the top of your head. Keep going. Stomach is pumping in and out. And that's a minute. Awesome. Another one you can do that's a minute is you're going to shoot your arms up to the sky, arms face up, and you're going to run in place, full sprint for a minute. Legs come all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Arms are completely flexed. You're shooting beams of light, laser beams out of your fingers. Ah! Okay, there we go. So set a timer for a minute. Ready, set, go. You're gonna want to quit. Keep rocking. Go harder. Thirty seconds. Keep it going. Go harder. 20 seconds. Woo-wee. That's a good one. All right. Super good one. Get the heart rate up. Go ham. Rock and roll. I like that one. All right, the next one we're going to do is called Uttanasana. It's a forward fold. Okay, so essentially you're getting your head below your heart. So you're getting fresh oxygenated blood to your head. Good for your brain. Good to calm down. All right, so lift your hands up on an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Just hang here. So you're going to hang here for 2 minutes. The head's below the heart. You can have your knees bent. Whatever you're going to do. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax everything. Completely relax. Then your head is a wrecking ball, swinging freely. So if you're just hanging out online, I just encourage you to participate with me on this one. That way you get the feeling, but posture's beautiful. So get out of your chair, hang upside down. Another thing that you can do is on your exhale, start to do some humming, especially if you're a singer or anyone. This is going to open channels of communication. So, Mr. Red voice. I like to do this. If you ever go to a vocal coach, this is what they're going to tell you to do. One of the exercises is with this sort of vibrating with your lips, going down, going all the way up, all the way down. Then you can just do some humming. So you'll start to figure out what your body needs, what frequencies work good. So if it's high, that's what you need. low, might be in the middle. Play with it. So what you're doing, you're fixing everything. Your body is like your body is vibrating cells. So sometimes they get stagnant, and what this is doing is causing them to open up and move and be available. So you can also do some humming, some Alright, so play with that. There's some cool chakra stuff you can do to line up your chakras with humming too. I won't get into that on this one, so I only got 9 minutes, but so humming and Mr. Ed, right? Those are good ones too. Set a timer. Set a timer. That way you can forget about time, forget about the show. You know, you got 10 minutes, okay? I forgot to say one thing about the ego eradicator exercise we did. That's this one, 45 degrees, or excuse me, 60 degrees, the hands are up. So after you finish the minute of doing it, you want to take a huge inhale and hold it at the top. Hold your breath as long as you can. You pull up on Mula Bandha, which is your pelvic floor. So if you know what Kegel exercises, that's what you're doing. Close your eyes. Flex everything, flexing your face, flex all your muscles, hold it tight. Everything is flexed and contracted. And then release the breath. And slowly take the arms down. Nice and slow. Alright, so that's the last little tidbit on the ego eradicator. The last one we're going to do is called cat-cow. It's going to look super weird. So you can try to find a private place where you can do this unless your bandmates are super cool. But that's how you do this one, okay? So it's breath and movement. So one breath, one movement. Okay, so we're going to inhale. We're going to arch the back, lift the head, lead with the chin, exhale. Round the back like a holiday. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin to the collarbone. Inhale. Exhale. One breath, one movement. Inhale. Exhale. So this is another great one for your wrists too. You can just sit here and hang out, feel this on your wrists. So you're basically using your body pressure, your body weight to stretch out your wrists. So you can just hang out like this. You can also flip them over and do this. Feels super good. That's another good one. You can roll back a little bit. Good. Yeah, downward dog. This is another good one. Yeah. So super simple. We'll just explain the little micro movements on it, but just hang out here, okay? So breathing is natural. Focus on the breath. Maintain the breath. Put the hands, fingers spread wide. Weight is distributed evenly throughout the palm, so ground through the base knuckle of the index finger. Then the rest of the knuckles, including your thumb, flex your triceps, flex your triceps, spread your scapula, which is your shoulder blades, spread them wide across your chest. Suck in your stomach. Push your seat bones back towards the wall. So really you're lifting your palms up your seat bones. You're taking a lot of the weight out of your feet. You're engaging your thigh muscles, and you're taking your heels towards the floor. Breathing. So that one's called downward dog. You can actually walk the hands back into a forward fold, which is what we were doing before.
called Uttanasana, where you're just hanging there. You can inhale, come on up all the way. Exhale, fold it forward. And this is a good one. Over the course of 3 breaths, you're going to come up 1 vertebrae at a time. That was the last thing that comes up. So, that's all I got for today. So, this is good. You can also do this anytime. It doesn't have to be before a show. Like I said, these are all good wrist stretches, sort of great calming things, sort of energizing things. They only take a minute, which is awesome, or 2 minutes. You're basically doing a sprint. You can do this in the hotel room before you have to get in the van. You can do this outside the van while everybody's dicking around, etc. So, yeah, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time watching this. And have a blessed day. Have a blessed career in music. And may you go ye forth and affect people. All right. Many blessings. Namaste.